Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We got quite a bit to get our teeth into. We're going to start here with the WWE folder. So Mark, thank you. This is coming from WrestleVotes. WWE is going to have to strip Bianca Belair of the Women's Tag Team Championship following partner Jade Cargill being taken out of action. There was a question or people wondering if they would allow Bianca to find a new partner. This is suggesting that it's actually just going to be the end of her championship reign, right? And it looks like they're going to strip the championship from her, probably do a tournament or something to crown new champions. So, yeah, quite interesting news there, but probably not the most surprising news. Here, Brony said this is interesting. OG Bloodline isn't gonna split after Survivor Series. Plans are for the group to stay connected through the winter, leading into the Royal Rumble. Bloodline story will be a focal point of the early Netflix Raw shows. I can't say I'm massively surprised by that, because obviously Survivor Series won't be the end of Temu Bloodline. So it's very hard to say that like Roman's work would be done, right? I'm expecting it to be a case that we get Solo against Roman at WrestleMania. This thing has got to lead to a tribal kind of combat, kind of who is the rightful tribal chief, Ula Fala on the line type match. So for me, that's probably WrestleMania. So that means that Roman's going to have to deal with Temu Bloodline all the way up to WrestleMania. So during watch-alongs and live streams that we've done, whenever this question has come up, we've always said that we don't think the Bloodline are going to disband after Survivor Series because of where we think we're going, right? So again, probably not surprising news, maybe surprising to some. I do expect this group to stick around in the build to WrestleMania, actually. I think it might even go a little bit longer than the Rumble. I think in the build towards WrestleMania. But I think after that, then they will disband because Jay has got a fantastic solo career going on. And for him to just abandon that now, like, it doesn't make any sense. So I think that's just on hold, and then I think he will go back to it. And I think there could be a world championship in the future for Jey Uso. Obviously, I'm a Sami fan, so I hope there's a world championship in the future for Sami. And we haven't really got going with Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy, it doesn't feel like we've really started to explore him as a solo guy. And so maybe that's a whole project that we need to do as well. But yeah, not massively shocked by this news. It makes sense to me. Word of Wrestling, shout out to you. So Big Bronson Reed was just talking about the fact that he is going to be the standout guy in War Games. He said that he's going to give everything and he's going to do things that people will remember for years. He's going to do things that will go viral. So as Word of Wrestling says here, probably a tsunami off the top of the cage. That would make sense, you know. So definitely kind of building up the excitement, building up the hype for Survivor Series. Dave, shout out to you. So here, this doing the rounds. This is the official poster, or the first official poster for Elimination Chamber 2025. So John Cena's last time ever in Toronto. So Cena front and center. We got the Elimination Chamber logo. Looks like John Cena will not win the Rumble, but will be in Elimination Chamber. I don't think he wins the Rumble. I do think he will be in Elimination Chamber. This doesn't mean that he's definitely in Elimination Chamber, because of course he could be in a feud with someone. He could have a singles match. Could be a talk show segment. You know, we've seen that happen before. I think, wasn't it like this year, earlier this year, Elimination Chamber in Australia, we ended up having Seth and Cody do like a bit of a Grayson Waller segment. So, you know, it could be something like that for Cena. I don't think he wins the Rumble. We spoke about this recently. I think they're going to want him to jump through a few hoops. Plus also, because this is his last year, this is going to be his last chance to be in an Elimination Chamber, so it makes sense to put Cena in that match. It makes sense for him to be in Money in the Bank, to be in the Royal Rumble, maybe to do a Hell in a Cell, you know, maybe even to be in War Games for Survivor Series. Plenty of opportunity to do singles matches throughout the rest of the year. But when it comes to these big gimmick shows, you know, your Elimination Chambers, your War Games, your Rumbles, your Money in the Banks, you know, it probably makes sense for Cena to be involved. So I can't go as far as to say he's definitely going to be in the chamber match. I would put him in the chamber match, but what we can say is this will be John Cena's last match in Toronto. So that's dropping today. So Dave, thank you. WrestleVotes said, amidst the speculation, we're told that multiple ideas have been presented for a Big E appearance this Monday on Raw to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the New Day. We'll see what WWE has got in store for the group as a whole as we approach Monday. Again, not massively shocking. It would have been more shocking if Big E wasn't involved. Could you imagine doing a 10-year celebration of the New Day and Big E not being there? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So not the biggest shock in the world that Big E is going to be in attendance, and there is word that he is going to be in attendance. But unfortunately, we don't know quite what he's going to be doing. We also had this. Bianca Belair has just done an interview. It dropped 3 hours ago. It's 50-odd minutes long. I've watched it. I've written down some notes, some key takeaway points. She said that when she was growing up, she didn't watch wrestling, but her brothers did. When she was doing track and field, she would make her own gear. She would cut promos. She didn't realize she was doing a lot of wrestling stuff outside of the wrestling world. But it was Mark Henry that saw her, and he was like, a lot of what you're doing is pro wrestling. You're cutting promos. You're making your own like gear and everything. You're very athletic. You just need to be shown, like, you know, the finer points of pro wrestling. And so he helped bring her in. Mark Henry is responsible for bringing her in. She said it took 2 tryouts, but she finally got signed in 2016. She has a lot of praise for EO and the chemistry that they had. She said they kind of came through around the same time. And she says, like, that's one of her favorite opponents. She said that there was 2 rules Mark Henry gave her. One was you've got to give your all, don't let me down. The other is you don't get into a relationship with another wrestler. And so when she started taking a liking to Montez and vice versa, she actually made Montez call Mark Henry to get his permission. So before Montez even called Bianca's dad, he had to call Mark Henry, which is just so cool, so interesting. She said she was really calm before WrestleMania 37 when she main evented. She said she's normally really nervous before her matches, but she was really calm before that one. But she said it hit her in the ring, and that's obviously when she got upset. And then they said, you know, if you was going out and you was having a bit of trouble, what girls would you want to be by your side? She said Jade, Naomi, Nia, and Rhea. And they asked for her top 3 matches of her career. She said WrestleMania against Sasha, WrestleMania against Becky, and really any match against Bayley. She loves them all. But she said either Last Woman Standing or Hell in a Cell. 50-odd minutes long. There's loads more in it than what I've just mentioned. What I've just mentioned were just the bits that caught my ear. So definitely check it out. It is this No Contest Wrestling. So that has dropped 3 hours ago. Here, the curse of the women's tag titles continues. It is true. A lot of people were talking about the curse. And then, of course, it sort of, I don't know, kind of went okay for a while. When it was like Chelsea and Piper and, you know, kind of we distanced ourselves. But yeah, very interesting that obviously we're back there again. So Aaliyah getting injured. They were the first, I believe, the first women's tag champs. Then Dakota getting injured. Then Liv getting injured. Then it was Sonya getting injured. She got replaced with Piper. And now, of course, we've got Jade. I mean, these titles haven't been around all that long. So it is quite a hit list here. So some people thinking those belts are cursed. Talking of interviews, great interview with Paul Heyman. So this was with, I want to give a credit, Shaq Wrestling. So you can find this over on YouTube, right? And this was one of the big talking points today. So feed me tacos and tell me I'm the influencer's influencer. That is him responding to Jake Paul wanting to be the Paul Heyman to Logan Paul. And so he's like, I'm the influencer's influencer. So Larry, thank you. Dave again, thank you. So here, I don't really put any thought into it about Brock coming back because it's not a subject that's going to resolve itself by Survivor Series or even by the end of the year. So he's saying that he doesn't really think about it. He doesn't think about Brock's return because it's not going to sort itself out anytime soon. So, you know, he's just focused on what he needs to focus on. TJF 1983, thank you. Paul, why did you wink at Jimmy Uso on the apron? Paul's response, I hadn't seen him in a while, right? So there we go, nice and simple. He hadn't had a chance. I think he goes on to say, like, I'm not down with all these hand gestures or whatever that the kids are doing these days. So, you know, that was just kind of a little catch-up for us. And, yeah, you know, obviously there was a lot of people reading into that. This still might not be the truth, of course. He'll only let us know what he wants us to know. And if he doesn't want us to know about anything, he's not going to reveal it right here. But to be perfectly truthful, I don't think there's anything behind it. I can't see Jimmy Uso being the next Paul Heyman guy, right? Or anything like that. So, I don't know. I don't think there's anything to it. I'm thinking this is probably true, but... So for you to decide. And Heyman said that he ranks the Bloodline as the #1 greatest story in the history of the industry. So not even just the history of WWE, but the history of all of WWE, of all of professional wrestling, right? Now, this is long. Oh my God, look at all of this. Oh my God. This is the back and forth that went on today between Rhea and Liv. Oh, it's mental, right? So Bianca said, I trust my fans. So y'all, can she be trusted? Yes or no, right? So I think she's talking about Bayley. Do you think Bayley has really changed? This was Bianca just 12 hours ago, right? Rhea said, you seem to trust me. So look, people change, some for good, some for bad. Judge on current actions and you will find your answer. Here's Liv Morgan. Snake. Moody moon face. Right? So she's just trolling and laughing at what Rhea's saying, right? Rhea's like, yeah, but I'm the obsessive one. Get out of my notifications. You're effing pathetic. Right? And then I'll just leave this here. So it's a clip from Raw where Rhea's like, I don't care who our partner is. I just want to get my hands on Liv Morgan. Right? So Liv's saying, I'm obsessive. Here's you talking about me on Raw. Rhea's like, don't even get started with your shiz. We will be here all day. Or maybe that's what you want, my attention. Right? And then I have some time today. I've got some time today. So then she posted this, which is Liv being pinned by Rhea. And I didn't quite understand why she had posted this. Like, I didn't quite get it. I didn't quite get how it fitted into the conversation, you know? But either way, Rhea Ripley responded, why is Daddy Dom not enough for you, right? Because obviously this is quite a provocative pin, yeah? And Liv's like, boring. Here's a picture of them getting close, right? Rhea's like, lol, can't wait to see who gets hurt first. Dysfunctional ass couple. Liv was like, you sound hurt. Here, go buy this. It'll make you feel better. And actually, do you know what? I didn't even click as to what this is. Oh, black Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan shirt. So it's a link to a Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan shirt. Got you. Rhea Ripley, guys, we've got a comedian over here. Everyone applaud the clown. Liv, God, this is long from Liv, isn't it? She's responded with something quite lengthy. Yes, everyone applaud me. Please give me my flowers for putting an end to diarrhea's boring, undefeated streak, for having the most gorgeous man in the world by my side, for having the most dominant faction in WWE history watch my back, and for being the greatest women's world champion of all time. Clapping hands emoji. Flowers emoji, right? I got to admit, I do think that Liv is winning this exchange, although I didn't quite get the gif she posted earlier. Rhea said tag titles held 156 days with like 3 defenses. Pathetic. You and Raquel run from everyone. Comical. So dominant. You and Dom, real couples, don't have over-the-top affectionate to convince people they like each other. Brackets. Fake. Oh, and this. The end is near. Popcorn celebration. Not a bad response. Not a bad response, but then Liv came back again. Oh my God, do these not have any lives? 2 defenses. My boys are 2 for 2. And your points? You should know a lot about not defending a title often. 2, why would Raquel and I stay anywhere to fight? We have nothing to prove. We are smart. 3, you're just jealous because Dominic didn't give you affection or treat you the way he treats me. Liv and Dom is better than Rhea and Dom. And number 4, Io Sky is my number 1 contender. Not you. Cry about it. So there we go. I did see a rumor, and I don't know how true this is because I've not seen it confirmed, but I have seen a rumor that Io Sky versus Liv is being made for Saturday night's main event. Now, I don't have an article for that. I don't have any reliable source for that. But the streets are saying that it looks like that's going to be made for Saturday night's main event, which would make sense because we know that the War Games match is happening at Survivor Series. We know that Cody is taking on Kevin at Saturday night's main event. So it would make sense to do Liv versus Io. Io is the number 1 contender. Not you. Cry about it. So just so you know, it looks like that may be added to that card. Okay, so that was that one. Ugh, now we've got this one. Honestly. Wow, that's even worse. Also, 380 days, 9 times. Also, look in the mirror. 2, maybe tell your bodyguard to just stick to driving you around then. 3, we were affectionate, but you dipshizzes want to try and rewrite history. 4, yeah, and I hope Io beats the shiz out of you. Gold has always been in her colour. And then Liv Morgan, finally. God, I tell you what, if any wrestler ever tells you as a fan to go and touch grass, right, just show him this flipping thread, because there ain't no grass being touched today by either of these. Liv said, I have a lot of thoughts. Like, by the time I wrestle and beat Io, I would already have half the title defenses you had in less than half the time. Or the fact that my bodyguard is bigger and stronger than you. Also, the fact that number 3 lets me know all I need to know. We were affectionate. It almost makes me feel bad for you. You are pathetic. And I will continue to remind the world that you are nothing and that you don't matter because Liv is finally on top. And I am so much better than you. I do like... I think what I appreciate about Liv's responses, there's more humor in them, you know, like the Liv and Dom is better than Rhea and Dom, or this bit here, which I don't know, I might have some questions on the grammar, but blah 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 blah, and I am so much better than you. So that was the back and forth, which got plenty of attention today. A lot of these tweets getting like 250,000 views each. Some of them into the 300,000 range as well. So definitely something that caught the WWE Universe's attention. Right, let's go into what else have we got? We have got WYATT. yeah, this was cool. So TJF 1983, thank you. Actually saw this at the end of the NXT review and opinions. So we saw this yesterday, but I thought it was well worth including, getting tagged in it, of course, and it's just cool. It's a new Uncle Howdy cards, right? And it actually talks about the Wyatt Six. Uncle Howdy has long been one of the most sinister and mysterious personas in all of WWE, but his current incarnation has taken things to the next level. He fronts the Wyatt Six, who appear to be willing to do whatever their leader commands. That makes him one of the most dangerous people on Raw. So there we go. That's the first card that I've seen for any of the Wyatt Six members. So I don't know if that's his like rookie card or if he's had a card before. He may have had one when he was around the first time with Bray. But yeah, like if it was a rookie card, those are the kind of things that can go up in value. And obviously a lot of the Wyatt Six will have rookie cards. So just something to be aware of, keep an eye out for. Austin Cooper, shout out to you, my friends. Nikki Cross saying, I see you. So this to Scarlett, again, not very cryptic, you know. Sometimes in the days following Raw, some of the posts, certainly from Nikki or whatever, can sort of be looking back on what happened. I think as we get closer to the weekend, certainly from the official Wyatt Six account, those ones tend to look more forwards. So yeah, not loads to this, to be honest, but just worth knowing she tweeted out today. And Little Ducky said, I just had a thought. What if Alexa Bliss attacked Bianca? I think they mean Jade. Because it would make so much sense. Since the last match Alexa had before leaving was the 2023 Royal Rumble against Bianca Belair. And it is true. Because, as we discussed earlier, it looks like Bianca is going to be stripped of the tag titles. She's not going to be given the opportunity to find a new partner. Perhaps she doesn't want a new partner. Perhaps she's thinking this is going to be a good time for her to go back to the singles solo division. But either way, she's going to lose that championship. And so if Alexa did take out Jade, then it would be a roundabout way of getting that title off of Bianca. So yeah, very interesting. It's good theory, a good motive as to why it could be revealed to be Alexa. I'm not sure when we'll get the answer to that. It might not be until Jade comes back. It might not be till she returns. I don't know how they're gonna handle it. So yeah, interesting. It was one of those that I read and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. So I thought you might enjoy hearing about it as well. Look at this. Tribal Warrior, shout out to you. Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center said, we've just received our WWE ID banners. We are very proud and honored to be a part of the WWE ID program and that we get to help create the superstars of the future. Make sure you follow WWE ID Twitter page. This is so interesting because I didn't know that they had to display these. But again, you know, if every time there is a WWE talent, ID'd talent, competing on a show, you have to have these banners or whatever, I mean, that means they ain't going to go to AEW, are they? You know? I don't know if it's just the training schools or kind of what I was not expecting this signage. It's kind of caught me a bit by surprise. You know, I didn't think that they would have them display these. I'm guessing it's probably just the schools and the promotions that have signed up that have to have it, rather than if ever a wrestler appears, you know. But, yeah, interesting. I was not expecting it. So that was that. Let's go NXT, shall we? Yeah, this was interesting. Duke Hudson left this comment. And so there is an image of Andre Chase putting his top into the briefcase, and Duke Hudson responded, nobody to blame but you. So it seems like Duke Hudson is very upset, very annoyed, very frustrated with Andre Chase. Right, I think we've only got fun and other. No, did we do community? Oh yeah, a couple of bits in community. So Kelly the Wise Lady, shout out to you. So she's got a follow from Carrion and John Cena. So many congratulations. Casper said people seem to be interested in these, so I wanted to show mine. Carrion has followed me for a while. And so there we go. He's got a follow and he got a like as well from Carrion Cross. Seems like Carrion is very active. TJF got someone different. He said, check out these legends in my notifications. He got Vale and Hawaii. He got myself and he got Road Dogg. So Road Dogg actually responded to a message that he put up, a post that he put up. And he posted a picture of Road Dogg with Paul Bearer. And Road Dogg responded, I wish I could hug him right now. So that was Road Dogg and Paul Bearer in the ring. So that's who TJF got. Dustin does great work. You might have seen the Book of the Red, where they're doing a different page where every once in a while looking at like all the breakdown of the WYATT 6. Really good. Gets great numbers on like Instagram, social media. Killing it. Well, this is great as well. WrestleBuzz given the idea to do 6 Park rather than South Park, and Dustin creating the art, and it looks brilliant, doesn't it? Absolutely brilliant. The WYATT 6 in a South Park style. So creative, so clever, and really appreciate you tagging me in it. But so yeah, wishing you all the best. That deserves way more love than that. But I did retweet it, so hopefully it gets seen. And well, here we go. It's probably time that I announce that I have done a magazine cover. A lot of people wanted to know if I was ever going to be on the front of like a fitness magazine, and because of my incredible physique. And well, here we go. Look, a bit of banter has done it. The one and only Bad Girl Wrestling Days. So there we go. That was me. I think there's a few different kind of filters that have been applied to it. There you can see like a slightly different vibe. That one as well. Colors really pop in. I think my body really coming through there. It's quite nice, that one actually. Seems quite professional. But yeah, honestly, I do look very different when I am in a bikini, when I'm in like a swimsuit and I take my beanie off. Yeah, borderline unrecognizable, but I think you can still see in the face, you know. I'd had a shave then as well, so that's why you're probably looking at this going, something feels different, a bit strange. It is because I had shaved, but I did keep the moustache for some reason. I don't know, you know, I was feeling playful, so there we go. So that is the community folder. Let's go back. Lovely. So I think we've just got fun and other now. So, oh, this is pretty fun. So Nick Butcher, Kim's Trains. I hadn't seen this doing the rounds on Twitter. I do prefer links coming in from Twitter. It's easier to manage, but I'm all right jumping over to Instagram once in a while if needed. So this is NXT Stars telling us about their favorite part of Thanksgiving dinner. We don't celebrate it over here, so I keep forgetting it's happening. So whilst I remember, if you're in America, have a great Thanksgiving.
You know, when them yams hit them macaroni and cheese, you already know that's a top undefeated combo right there.
Oh my God, this is not even a question. It's mac and cheese.
We'll go with that pumpkin pie, because, you know, the Adonis loves pie.
Mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese.
Take a little bit of brown sugar, melt it down with some butter, get some green beans.
I don't know what she does with the green beans. And she puts like the fried, like onion rings on top of it.
Green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole, that's what this.
Put them in water after they're cooked to stop the cooking process. Wrap them in bacon.
Sweet potato mash topped with marshmallows and brown sugar.
Put them in the brown sugar mix. Put them back in the oven for about 15 minutes so they crisp, and you get nice little bushels.
Ooh, come on, yams. You already know what it is. Yam slam, baby.
That's the next NXT show. Yam slam. Ah! Yeah, man. So that all sounds great. But sadly not something I will be enjoying because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Right, this is just a little look around the WWE headquarters. So this is from TKO. Many of you will have seen a lot of this stuff before, but I thought, include it. Why not? Might be people out there that have not seen what the headquarters look like. But yes, they have a wrestling ring set up. Yes, they have all of the statues there. Of course they do. There's a gym, which has got the neon in it, which is really cool. That reminds me of the old school gym that used to be at the old headquarters. This one, a lot more up to date, of course. But just a little glimpse inside some of the offices. You can see some of the old banners there as well. So, yeah, some stuff there that I've not seen as well, to be honest. But that is the WWE headquarters. And it's a very impressive place. We've never had a proper full tour of it. That would be a really good video. I'd love to see like Nick Khan's office and Triple H's office. And I'm surprised, actually, we haven't had wrestlers go in there. We did have wrestlers in the past kind of breaking into the headquarters. There was quite a few times where like Brock trashed Triple H's office and Stone Cold went to the headquarters. Like, we've done a few bits on social media with like Drew being there and CM Punk getting locked in there for the night. But we haven't done anything on the actual shows, Raw, SmackDown, whatever. Opportunity. Right, Kapata tagging me in this from Carmen Petrovic. She said, I woke up like I love you, Solo. Bit random. But there we go. Carmen just woke up and she was like, I love you, Solo. Just out the blue. I don't know. Chelsea Green said, I am thankful for my 1 million followers on Instagram. I am thankful for all of them except these haters. So these are just some lovely messages that Chelsea received from her co-workers celebrating the fact she reached 1 million followers.
Chelsea Green recently hit 1 million followers on Instagram. Some friends wanted to surprise her.
Congratulations, Chelsea. While it's strange to me that 1 million people apparently have had a lobotomy and are following you on Instagram, I think there's a couple of other people you need to thank.
She should probably thank me for going over the 1 million mark, because until I started to react to her on television, no one knew who she was.
I probably get that is not true too. If my husband was taking pictures of me in the shower and posting it on social media, so shocker.
The number of stupid people on the internet is at least 7 figures.
She's getting the Michael Cole rub.
While it pains me to admit that your content might be visually appealing, certainly nobody wants to hear the audio. So, mute button, congratulations, you reached 1 million followers for Chelsea Green.
You have got to be an absolute fool to want to follow Chelsea Green on Instagram.
Who made this?
It's me, your sister. Apparently you have 1 million followers? Who knew? Well, no one else in the family wanted to do this video, so you're stuck with me. Congratulations.
Joke, I'm sure. The disrespect to their future United States Women's Champion. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to call a manager!
There we go. Pretty fun video, that, I thought. Pretty fun. I like Michael Cole saying she's getting the Michael Cole rub. So, yeah, great. Let's go other and see what we've got in that folder. Oh, yeah, look at this.
All right, look, oftentimes, things get intense here in the Iron Paradise, but we ain't playing tiddlywinks and we ain't reciting nursery rhymes. All right, you get lumped up every once in a while and things happen. That's good. That's real good. Back to work.
Fun fact, I was playing Tiddlywinks and I was reciting nursery rhymes, and that just shows the difference between my life and The Rock's life. So there we go. Other news as well, just announced the Hardys have officially re-signed with TNA. Only reason I included this is because there was a lot of people speculating they might make their way to WWE. Of course, they can still feature in WWE because there is that relationship. So they could be in the Rumble, they could make an appearance. Like, that door's not closed, but they have re-signed with TNA, so that is going to be their home moving forwards. Don't know how long they signed for. Quite a long video, this, and it's on YouTube, so bit of a no-go, unfortunately. But yeah, Jimmy Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, they created their own dream teams for Survivor Series. You can see Rey's here. He's picked Brett because he's the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. He picked Andre because he said, I'm the smallest, I need the biggest. He picked Batista because he said, honestly, he's one of the strongest guys I've ever been in the ring with. We need power. And he said, we need the dirtiest player in the game. And he said, there is no one dirtier right now than dirty Dominic Mysterio. So that's why he picked who he picked. I think Jimmy went with like family members. I'm pretty sure all of his were like Wild Samoans, maybe Yokozuna, Rikishi. That was his team. Dominic, I can't remember who Dominic picked, to be honest. Can't remember who Dominic picked. You'll have to watch the video. It was, as I said, I did watch it. It was good. It was kind of interesting, but also a little bit long. And when I saw it was on YouTube, a no-go. Thomas said Braun is going to be on an indie show. So Saturday, December 7th, Blizzard Brawl returns to County Expo. And I don't even know what this means. So I'm guessing he's just featuring maybe. What is this? What is this? I don't know that he's actually wrestling. I'm guessing, is this like a convention or something? So if you are close to the Moesha. If you're close to the Moesha County Expo, then you can go along and meet all these boomers. So it's fun, isn't it? Right, that is everything. Let's get to the thanks folder. So, Ian, thanks for the retweet, my friend. Chris, thanks for the retweet. Wrestle Nights, tagging me in that Liv, Rhea, back and forth. Dave, tagging me in the TKO post. CM Chunk, thanks for the retweet. Bradley, thanks for the retweet. Wrestling Biggest Fan, thanks for the retweet, my friend. Jeremy tagged me in the Chelsea Green moment. Sweet Chin Wrestling, thanks for the retweets. Word of Wrestling, thanks for the retweet. Marco, thanks for the retweet, and go check it out, he says. Master Taker, thank you for the kind words, my friends. Kelly the Wise Lady, thank you for the retweet. Craig, thanks for the kind words. Mary, thanks for the kind words. Same with Ryan as well. Really appreciate it, dude. OTC, thanks for the retweet. Raymond, thanks for the retweet. Jang Tae Sang, thanks for the retweet. And Casper, thanks for the retweet. Big thank you to all of you, and thanks to everyone that either watched or tagged me in stuff. You know, it takes a community to put these videos together because they're so rammed. There is so much stuff in them. Hence why I talk at quite a speed for nearly 40 minutes. And it's all down to the work that everyone puts in and tags me in and everything. So really appreciate it. Have a great day. We are back tomorrow or Thursday, whenever you're watching this, with Misfits Boxing, right? Something a little bit different. We have done Misfits before, so something a little bit different. Looking forward to it. Obviously, if you're busy, I understand because it is Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on Friday for SmackDown and, of course, Saturday for Survivor Series. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.